Game 6 of the NBA Finals. The Nets have had a long journey and are on the cusp of achieving their dreams. With everything on the line, they could be crowned champions with one more victory. Only one obstacle remains as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is the NBA playoffs, and it's up next.
The championship could be claimed right here. Folks, it is electric in the arena for this Game 6 of the NBA Finals. So glad you could join us for it. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home Target Center. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Perkins. Jackson is out there with Benedict Mathurin. And it's Holton in at the 5. And for Minnesota, they've got Washington. Dillingham is out there with Edwards. Then it's Walker, and it's Rush in at the 5, roaming the paint. Taking a look at Brooklyn. Greg, they're feeling good, playing like a champion, and don't want to let this get down to a Game 7.
And I like that mentality. Sure, you'd like your fans to be there when you win the title, but what's more important is getting the job done. You can have a parade later if you close the deal.
Outside Edwards. Good on the triple. Edwards got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for Minnesota.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Jackson from long range. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. And a historic track record for MP. He has now appeared in 10 NBA Finals. That's right, 10. Puts him, Greg, in select company.
Yeah, in the modern era, you think of LeBron James, that consistency of winning and pushing your team to the pinnacle of competition, something that has to be respected and acknowledged.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dillingham with it. Outside Edwards. Shot on the wing.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Here's Jackson. It's the outside fadeaway. Jackson's got 5 now.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? Yeah, that's a trick question. You don't.
Outside Edwards. Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson. Timberwolves have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. For 3, Edwards. Rebounded by the Nets.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Jackson, that's good.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Minnesota making a switch. Tate's checked in and a change for the Nets. Johnson's checked in. Pass to Dillingham. Edwards against Mathurin.
Oh, impressive drive there by Edwards. Mixing it up with the D to draw the foul while in the act.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Jackson in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Now Dillingham. Outside Edwards. Over Mathurin. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 7 points in the game.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Perkins with a screen on Tate. The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Rollins checked in for Dillingham. Here's Rush. Hasn't made one yet. Outside Edwards. Rush gets the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Nets leading by 4. Here's Jackson. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Goes up from the top of the key. Tate, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Jackson from long range. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
He takes it in. Yep, that one goes.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Rollins with the bucket.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The drive by Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Timberwolves trail by 7. Outside Edwards. And he uses the glass on the lane. Edwards got 9.
And once Edwards gets a step on you, it's likely going to be a bucket or a foul or both.
Jackson from long range sinks the triple.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back with you as these two teams do battle in their quest for an NBA championship. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Dillingham is out there with Rollins. Then it's Miller, and it's Tate in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Nets have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. No good on the second free throw. Timberwolves trail by 11. To the paint, here's Tate. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Tate's only got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Here's Jackson driving in, and he gets the bucket. Jackson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
That one drops for him. Jackson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Tate. And the rejection by Jackson. There's a screen. Takes the three. Tate with the rebound.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Walker, and finish off by Walker.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Now here's Jackson. He's got 31.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Tate the pass to Walker. Tries again. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Walker against Jackson. Shoots over Walker, and Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got 33 points.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Flesh comes in for Garuba. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Miller. Here's Dillingham. He has yet to score. And the rejection by Perkins. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Jackson. Offensive rebound. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Jackson's got 35.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Tate the pass to Edwards. Back to Tate. Takes it off the glass. Tate's only got 9 points.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Jackson has a 2-pointer. Misses off the right eye.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss. Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
That one goes in. Jackson's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Outside Edwards. Tate kicks to Edwards. No good on the three.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Jackson drives in, and Jackson throws it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And Minnesota has possession following the bucket by the Nets. Edwards can't hit.
Oh, wow. He's yet to score this quarter, and it's not for a lack of trying. They just need him to make something.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Knocks it loose. From downtown, traps in the tray. Jackson's got 44.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Dillingham now top of the key. A shot by Tate with no one around. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the basket by Jackson.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Brooklyn ahead, just dominating this one. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Thanks for joining us for
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of it.
looking at how the Nets. Thank you for being with us. Now.
And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. Guys, so far we're seeing a tremendous game from Jackson.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
The way to limit those offensive boards, it's just effort, guys. Whoever is guarding him has to get to position and beat him to the spot.
And checking out the group for Darko Rojakovic to start the second half. They've got Benedict Mathurin. Perkins is out there with Jackson. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Rush. Dillingham with it. Out to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 8 rebounds in this game. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Lots of room. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And a wide open look for Walker. Cans it from downtown. Walker's got his second basket of the night.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And it's good for 2.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Pass to Washington. Walker against Mathurin. Here's Dillingham. No scoring in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
There's the drive. And the layup falls. Jackson's got 55.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Pass to Dillingham. Jacks up a 3. Rush outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jackson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Edwards. And the 3 ball is good. Edwards got 12.
And the touch on Edwards' shot is really nice. Gives it just enough power to drop in.
Here's Jackson. Another bucket. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Minnesota calls timeout. Minnesota making a switch. Tate's checked in. Jalen Johnson's checked in for the Nets. Booker comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Pass to Dillingham. Edwards looking it over. And the rejection by Jackson. Takes it inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed him early and often. And guess what? It's working. They have the lead.
Here's Tate. And Tate throws it down.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Rush with the steal. Here he goes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Second is Anthony Edwards.
And he's taken off on a tremendous scoring streak at the perfect time. I mean, obviously, he's established himself as a premier playoff performer.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Garuba comes in for Rush. And Miller's subbed in for Washington. There's the lob to Jackson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Tate with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Here's Edwards. Rollins grabs the board.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. Rollins checked in for Edwards. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. And both free throws good for Tate. Brooklyn leading by 22. Jackson from long range. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one. They double him with Booker. Here's Tate. Pass to Garuba. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 11 rebounds in the game. There's the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Tate. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Good if it goes. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Minnesota's shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. Miller is out there with Rush. Then it's Walker. Then there's Rollins. And it's Tate in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Jackson from long range. Minnesota with the rebound. Walker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And got it! Another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Rollins. Back to Tate. The kick out to Walker. 3-pointer. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one.
Oh, yes! Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Miller outside from deep 3-point land. It's hauled in by Oberto. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Here's Jackson over Miller, and Miller with the block. Johnson against Tate. Has to Rush. The kick out to Walker. Takes a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Jackson misses. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Minnesota. Tate finds Walker. Pass to Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
The drive by Jackson. And another one falls.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on court.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Another shot. Rush grabs the miss.
Normally he drains that.
Stolen by Jackson. Over Rush. Good. That's another bucket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Walker taking his time here. Here's Dillingham. Deflects the pass. Washington kicks to Walker. Shot clock at 6. Edwards. Can't get it to fall.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Bounce pass, Washington. Walker finds Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that.
And again.
And talk about coming up huge. What a performance.
He's nearing the franchise record for most points in a playoff game. This guy is clutch.
And wow, that's the end of an epic journey taken by both these teams in unbelievable fashion. Get the NBA title rings ready, folks, for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
They got the job done in a big way here in Game 6. And I think they're starting to carve their names into the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
Yeah, they should. I mean, they've got this title wrapped up. So impressive what they were able to do here tonight. The last thing they wanted was to have this series go all the way to 7 games. They had the opportunity to clinch the championship right here, right now, and they did not let it slip away.
From past the arc, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Right side, Edwards. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Timeout called, the Nets. They're up by 29. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Also, we've seen some wild finishes in our time. You can't afford to lose focus for just 1 second.
Fires from deep. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring. And the Brooklyn Nets are your new NBA champions.
Thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting this.
Oh, to be crowned a champion on the road is something else. To win and to do it with a crowd that was so emotional and so into this game, you've beaten the team and you've conquered everything that this great arena holds.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for the home crowd. But our full credit to the victors and the amazing job they did to never lose focus or drive. And boy, this is the moment they've been working towards all season long. And even though they don't get to celebrate in front of their home fans, does not take away from the satisfaction.
And we've enjoyed bringing you every minute of the action here on 2K Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.
Give it up, boy. You're a most valuable